Hello, my name is Emma, and today I'm going to be talking about some book-related resolutions I have for 2016. I'm not the biggest 2016 resolution person. The only one that I've ever really followed through with was I tweeted Jamie Campbell-Bower every single day for 365 days, asking him to follow me on Twitter, and he didn't follow me on Twitter. So I'm not that motivated to do 2016 resolutions this year. But I do have 5 reading-related resolutions as well as 5 booktube-related resolutions that I think are really attainable and stuff that I can do and that I'm going to be happy completing in 2016 that I wanted to share with you guys. So we're going to start with the book/reading-related resolutions. Number 1 on my list is to buy less books and read more that I currently own. I spent way too much money in 2015 on books. I really bought very few things that weren't books in 2015, and it left me really broke, so I don't want to do that again. I also have so many books that I bought in 2014 as well. Like, forget 2015 for a second. There's at least a good 20 books on my shelf from just 2014 that I haven't read yet, not including all the ones that I bought in 2015. I have a lot of books on my TBR that I have on my shelf that I still need to read before I can even conquer the books that I haven't bought yet on my TBR. So generally I just want to save more money this year and spend less of it on books and actually read the books that I already own. Resolution number 2 is to read more books from genres that I don't normally reach for. The kinds of genres that I'm trying to look at more are more adult books or new adult books because I've only ever read like 2 or 3 of those and I really want to read more of them. I also really want to read more historical fiction because again I've really only read 2 or 3 historical fiction books. And I also really want to read more graphic novels. I've read 3 graphic novels in my life. One of them I had to read for school and I absolutely hated. I read 2 voluntarily that I wasn't really blown away by either. But I really just want to get into the habit of reading more graphic novels because I feel like they're such an asset to us as readers. I just feel like I need to expand further from the general fantasy, dystopian, contemporary, and sci-fi that I constantly read. I'm not cutting all those out. I just want to add more into the mix. Resolution number 3 is kind of related to resolution number 1. Not only do I want to buy more new releases than just like random books that I hear about or random books that I find in bookstores, or I want to read books that I buy, whether they're new releases or not, more quickly and not just have them sitting on my shelf for months. I do that a lot. I have so many books that I bought and pre-ordered and got them the day of that I haven't touched and they're like nowhere near up on my TBR yet. And I want to stop doing that. I just feel like it's so not beneficial for me as a reader and a book buyer to buy all these books that I'm really excited for and just never get to them. Because whenever I do read a new release and like all the hype is around it and I'm super excited for it because it just came in the mail, I enjoy them so much more. So I just want to push myself to do that more in 2016. Resolution number 4 of book-related things is to maintain a good balance of high-quality literature as well as purely entertaining books. I feel like I just generally read books that are entertaining and fun to read. I don't read a lot of books that have a lot of depth and meaning to them. Like I can name up a ton of really good, deep, high-quality young adult novels right off the top of my head. But I feel like lately I've been just reading books that are like entertaining and that like aren't that like amazing even though I love them. What am I trying to say? I just feel like I don't read a lot of like highly acclaimed books. Like I don't read a lot of classics at all and I'm not really aiming to read a lot of classics, but that is high quality literature. 50 Shades of Grey is not high quality literature. Do you see what I'm trying to say now? And it's not like I want to stop reading all these entertaining fun books. Like I am 19 years old. I'm allowed to read young adult literature. I don't have to be reading Thomas Aquinas' collection of philosophical literature. But I do want to push myself to read more books that do have more depth to them. I think that's the best way I can describe it. Books that like don't just skim the surface. I want books that go to deeper places that I don't really read from. And book resolution number 5 is I want to listen to more audiobooks. I don't have Audible. I don't know how Audible works. I don't know how audiobooks work in general. I've never listened to an audiobook in my entire life. And I just feel like I want to have a collection of audiobooks, whether they're like new books or if I'm just buying like Harry Potter and the Mortal Instruments all on audiobook. So when I do want to listen to an audiobook, I can just listen to those. I just haven't touched that place as a reader yet, and I feel like in 2016 I really want to. Like I read and multitask constantly. If there is something that I can do while there's a book in my hand, I'm going to do it with a book in my hand. But there are just certain situations like driving or cleaning my room like that I just can't read a book at the moment, and I think it would be nice to start listening to more books. So I'm definitely planning on looking more into Audible and other audiobooks in 2016. So that concludes all of my bookish resolutions, and let's move on to my booktube resolutions. Booktube resolution number 1 is to review more books. I read a lot of books. I do not review a lot of books. I feel like in 2015, the majority of my book reviews were all for books that I was sent for review, whether it was from an author or a publisher, and I don't have a problem with that. I love being sent books to review and expanding my rating just from that. But I feel like I read so many books, and a lot of times I plan on reviewing them, and I just never get to it, so I want to make a point to review more books in the future. I'm not going to review every single book I read, because I read a lot of books, and that would be a lot of books to review in 1 month. Or in 1 year. But when I read, I want to start getting into the habit of writing more notes and then deciding if I want to review that book or not. Booktube resolution number 2 is to improve the quality of the content that I post on Booktube. The Readables did a great discussion on autopiloting on Booktube, and I will link it below if you're interested in watching it. But that's kind of how I feel like I've been in the past couple of months. I feel like I'm just producing the same content over and over and over again, and there's nothing that's really setting me apart, or there's nothing really creative that I'm completely proud of. So I want to aim to make more of those videos that I'm going to be really proud of, and I'm going to have fun filming, and they don't just feel like they're work. Because book hauls and the favorites videos that I do, they feel like work as much as I love doing them. I just feel like I have to post them, and I want to think of ideas that I want to post. So whether that be skits or more discussion videos, which I definitely want to do more of, or videos I've done like books I don't talk enough about on my channel, or my favorite childhood books, videos like that aren't just like staple Booktube videos, I would like to make more of in 2016. Booktube resolution number 3 is something that I've been doing through 2015 and I want to continue doing through 2016, and that is to continue to reply or at least like every comment I receive. I want to continue doing this for a lot of reasons. I see a lot of people complaining about how Booktubers don't reply to their comments, and I understand why people who have like 100,000 subscribers on Booktube can't reply to every comment. And I know how happy it makes some people to just get a simple thank you or like a reply to something that they asked on your channel. I know how happy it can make some people, and I want to continue bringing that happiness to people. Another one of those things is that I love replying to comments. There are very few things I look forward to more in my mornings than getting up and replying to my comments. Like, I don't know if this is like a weird thing to say, but sometimes I want to upload a video earlier than I'm scheduled just because I want to talk to you guys and interact with you on my videos and talk about all of the books that I'm talking about in that video. I don't care how long it takes me, because it can take me anywhere from 5 minutes to 45 minutes to reply to comments on a video just in one day, in one sitting, but I love every single second of it, and I really want to continue doing that next year. And there are a lot of people who either don't have the reply setting turned on their YouTube channel, or like eventually there's a certain point where I can only say, "Aw, thank you," so many times. So I just generally like those comments to give you the kind of gratification that like I saw it and I appreciated that you commented. That's another reason why I want to keep doing that, but that's something that I'm really aiming to continue doing in 2016. Booktube resolution number 4 is to improve my editing skills. Now, I personally think that I'm very good at editing. Before my Booktube channel, I had a channel that was dedicated to making music videos, and it was constant editing. I've been with the same program, Sony Vegas 8, since I was 13, and I love it so much, and I know it really well, but I feel like I just don't fulfill my potential with it anymore on Booktube. I am fine with my jump cuts, which is the basic of Booktube editing, but I feel like I want to do more with text and transitions, but I just wanted to do little things that may be more tedious and may require more work, but I feel like I can really put more into my editing in 2016. And finally, resolution number 5 is to watch more Booktubers. I have subscribed to nearly 200 people, maybe it's over 200 by now, I don't even know. But I generally only regularly watch like 15 to 30. Those are really the only ones that I watch. Like, there's so many people in my subscription feed. I don't know why I just don't click on their videos. I want to find more Booktubers because I found so many great Booktubers in 2015 that I just want to continue doing that in 2016, and I want to keep up to date more with my subscription box and all the new people I want to subscribe to in 2016. I would love it if you guys could give me some newer Booktube recommendations right now so I can just start right away. I'm not talking. You should check out Poland Banana's books, or Katie Tastic, or Jessie the Reader. I know the main Booktubers. There's no quota for what I'm looking for in a Booktuber. I just want to check more channels. So leave at least one Booktuber in the comments that you really enjoy watching that's not super famous, because I promise you I know them already. So that can help me start on at least one of my resolutions. But those are all of my book-related, Booktube-related, reading-related resolutions for 2016. I really think that I can keep up to date with all 10 of these. I don't think they're too complicated, and I really think that I will do well with all of them. If you have any book-related, whether it be Booktube or actual book-related resolutions for 2016, leave them in the comments below, because maybe I'll add more to my resolution list. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon for a new one. Bye!